Yes.
Already pressed it.
Oh, no problem. Okay, I'll go through quick. I want the panel's decision because I got 3 different beers I could do.
Choice to make.
So I got the Chilada from Budweiser,
Right.
and I was going to mix that with hot sauce. So that's one, could be a possibility. I have Prairie Artisanal smoke. What is it? Vape Tricks, which is a sour cherry. Or I have this one that was imported from Germany. It's a Schwarzbier.
Oh yeah.
I vote for the Prairie, but I don't know how everybody else feels.
I vote for the Prairie Sour because Prairie is awesome.
Yeah, do that. Yeah.
I vote for Spritzer because I've had it. All right. I've had it in can, bottle, and draft.
Grumpy, it's up to the one you want to do. I'd like you to do the Prairie, though.
Okay, well, we'll go with the Prairie because that was a majority, so we'll do that.
Sorry, Jay.
No, don't worry about it. I just took the time and effort to set this all up. Hey, well, tonight we're joined on Wildcard Wednesday, and we have people from all across the United States. So we'll let them tell where they are when they start talking because we got to make things go a little faster because we got so many people. Well, I'm from Louisiana, and this is being presented by the Beer Coalition Chat, Beer Talk Chat, the International Beer Review Guild. Okay, this is Tecate Titanium, 7.5%. Couldn't get an IBU rating. It's sold in New York and in the Sunbelt states. They make a big production about it on the Heineken USA website, how wonderful it is, they say. And it's sold only in these big cans. That's it. No draft, no bottle.
Never seen it. Never even seen it before. Wow.
Yeah, it's been out about a year. Now, when I was in Mexico back 5 years ago, they had a 5.5% Mexican-only version called Titanium, which I bought and I reviewed when I brought it back to the U.S. So it's golden. It has not much of a head on this wider brimmed chalice glass. The nose is oh man, it's like Weiler's grape drink mix.
So it's grape?
No, that's what it smells like. With like wet grain.
Oh, okay. I thought you said grape. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I said that. Grape. But it's not supposed to be grape flavor. It smells like all the badness I used to pick up with Beer 30 Ice and all these like off-brand treacheries. But you wouldn't expect something like this from Heineken of all people. All right, Cuauhtémoc Montezuma. The flavor. There's a strange chalky undertaste and mouthfeel. So if you like drinking beer that has a chalk aspect to it, this could work. Wet malt and that bizarre, cheap, I say Weiler's or Flavor Aid. It's not up to the level of like Kool-Aid, but like a Flavor Aid or Weiler's grape drink mix. I thought this was a catastrophe, and I did score it a D because I can drink it. If I couldn't drink it, it'd be an F, you know. But
yeah, they just added some real funky adjuncts in there.
I can choke it down. Now the website, okay, I was reading the ingredients list: water, barley malt, corn starch, and hop extract. Now, with these items, or yeast, with these items, why do I get such bizarre tasting and aroma notes? I cannot tell you. Okay, so now the next person we'll turn it over to is Michael in Brooklyn, New York City. Oh, what he's supposed to say that, but he was the second person on. I'm just going in order of people join, and so he's going to talk about his product.
Okay, so this is what the can looks like. It's from Offshoot Brewing, which is a division of the brewery outside San Diego, and this is their hazy IPA at 6.8%. And I'm going to give you the hops. It has Centennial, Amarillo, Simcoe, and Citra. This is what it looks like in my Dogfish Head glass.
Oh, yeah.
So the head is kind of, going away. It was bigger when it first started. Now it's down. Definitely has that look of a New England style IPA.
Yeah.
Let me give it you're getting kind of a floral smell, which is interesting. I don't know if these usually smell floral. This one smells floral.
Some of the hops will come through on those types.
So I'm getting some floral hops in it. Let me taste it. It doesn't taste floral. You really get all the different, those different hops all coming together. Very nice. It's not bitter. Very well balanced. I will mull over this.
Sounds good.
Now, while Michael's mulling, we're going to go to, I believe Jeremy was the third, right?
The third.
So Jeremy's going to give us his rundown and tell us where he is.
All right, I brought to the table the Lagunitas, the Waldo's Special Ale.
Love that beer.
11.7%, over 100 IBUs. They do not specify the IBUs, but it says 100 plus. Basically, hold on, I'm trying to find. They say the dankest and hoppiest beer ever brewed at Lagunitas with the help of the Waldo's in honor of the origins of 420. So,
yeah.
So it being an ale, you think it'd be an IPA with the IBUs that high too.
It is really.
Yeah.
So it poured nice amber color here.
Nice.
I had about a 2-finger hit on this, slowly dissipating. So, get a nose on this one. It's real faint on this one. And I know I'm not getting any grapefruit on this one.
Is it piney or what? I mean,
yeah, it's very, very piney. Like Gabriel has said before, very piney. You must have missed that video. That was a good one.
Yeah.
It's soapy. No, I'm just kidding.
I did.
Anyway, it's very dank. So a little bit of citrus notes on that too. Not much on as far as the aroma, in my opinion. Just almost about the same as the rest of them here. Let's try. Do we go to taste on these two now? I don't remember.
Yeah, everybody's tasted theirs. So,
Kind
yeah.
of change the order up a little bit, so I'm gonna do like you guys did.
Let's fly by the seat of your pants.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jeremy.
All right. Definitely getting the pininess in this. It's not near as bad as the West Coast style. Well, it's very smooth. It's very dank. It's a very good beer. So I'll have to mull over this, and I really can't. A lot of citrus notes on this one too. A lime, lemon.
Well, while Jeremy's mulling,
I'm mulling too.
you've had it before, though.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. I think Thrash was the fourth to join.
Okay.
Thing. Yeah.
I'm Thrash. I'm Brian. I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I'm an avid home brewer. I've been brewing since 2012. And this I'm bringing to the table is homebrew that I did. It's a pale ale. I call it Pale Crystal in Vienna 2. I have an original Pale Crystal in Vienna that uses different hops, but I'm using the same malts with it. So this one's a little less IBU-wise. This is 20 IBUs. As you can tell, it's holding a really good head. If you guys can see that, it's got really good carbonation. This is forced carbed on keg. It is not bottle conditioned. And the doctor told me that I should do liquid diet only and limit myself to 2 of these a night. So I'm going by his direction. But it's very light on the mouth. It's got really good malt in there. It's got 2-row Vienna malts, some crystal in here to give it some color and a little bit of caramel with it. and yeah, goes down really good. Cheers.
Cheers.
What's the ABV again?
This is 6.1. Thanks for reminding me, Jay.
Oh, you're welcome.
Brian, I do have to say, it's amazing. There is carbonation in Colorado.
Yeah, there is. I send my bottles to down to sea level, and when they pop the top, it's not as aggressive as it is up here at 5280.
Yeah. If I like ask somebody for the ABV or whatever, it's not that I'm ignoring you, but I'm trying to do different things during these, like look at comments and make sure I'm doing everything right. So I get kind of like confused.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see now, John and Neely, I think you were the fifth in the row.
All right, so I've got a beer from Three Taverns Brewery out of Decatur, Georgia. This is their Lord Grey. It's an Earl Grey tea sour ale. So it's a sour ale brewed with Lord Grey tea, which is a British tea. It also has, it looks like lemon zest and orange peel in it. It's a 5% alcohol beer. IBUs are not listed, but very low, between 5 and 10, I believe. With these types of beers, IBUs are typically very low. It poured with about a 3-finger head, which is dissipated. A nice hazy orange color. It is unfiltered. You definitely smell the tea on the aroma, kind of like a I wouldn't necessarily say green tea, but not like a full-on like dark tea, kind of more on the light side with the tea. But there's a definite tea aroma. And I bought a 6-pack of this. The reason I bought a 6-pack is because I had this on draft at Taco Mac a couple nights ago, and it was really good. So I bought a 6-pack. So anyway, it smells really good. The tea's coming through, the lemon, the citrus notes. It doesn't smell really sour, though. It's kind of a lighter take on a sour, so it's not super mouth puckering, or at least not on the nose. So, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
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 Cheers, John.
Yeah, and the palate follows the nose. You're definitely getting those light tea notes, the lemon, a little bit of orange coming through, but mostly lemon, which complements the tea flavors very well. There is a significant tartness to it, but it's not really like full-on sour. I mean, it is a sour, but it's more along the lines of a goza with the tartness versus like a super mouth puckering sourness. But it's very enjoyable. This would be a good introduction to somebody who would be interested in trying sour beers. It probably wouldn't turn them off too much because it's really not that sour. It's just nice and tart. The body is light. Carbonation is light to medium. It's crisp, clean, refreshing, relatively dry finish. And at 5%, you could session these things. A very enjoyable alternative to like a standard lager beer for the summer.
I think they didn't want to go too heavy with the sour so that the tea could come out in it, you know?
Tea, yeah. And the sourness that you do get from the lemon complements the tea. It's like a lemon tea sour. It's really quite enjoyable. It's a lot different than some of the other sours and gozas that I've had, but it's one that I think would appeal to people that aren't necessarily into this style per se. It would be a good introductory, like I said. But it's a great beer. I'll keep sipping on it and or mull it over a little bit, and I'll give a rating here shortly.
So
but it's good beer. Yeah, cheers, guys.
Louisiana, Arkansas, Georgia, Colorado, New York, and now Jesse.
He's in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Bumpy in New Hampshire.
So I'm
I know I wanted to let him say it.
Bumpy Road Jesse from New Hampshire, and what I have is the Prairie Artisanal Vape Tricks, which is a sour ale aged on cherries. There's the can art. It's vapor stuff, little vapor tricks. But I tried to pour I poured this during John and Nellie's examination there because I knew being a sour it was not going to hold a head, and it definitely did not hold a head. It fizzled out. But when I poured it, it was kind of a tight, kind of pinkish colored head, and it kind of did the fizzing thing. It did that little, and it went away. But the body is a nice cherry color. It's got a good clarity to it. the aromas. You get kind of like a black cherry tartness from afar. You go in, and it's just a little bit stronger on that black cherry tartness. So let's go for the on this. So it's got flavors like at first you kind of get like a cherry pie, like a tart cherry pie flavor, and then it quickly goes into more of a tart, into a sour, where it starts hitting the back of the tongue, kind of making it spit a little bit.
Are you puckering? Are you puckering?
I'm puckering.
Okay. It's a good sour if it makes you pucker.
Yep.
The carbonation on it, it's difficult to describe because it fizzes. It's just a fizzy carbonation, but I'm going to say it's probably at least a medium carbonation on it. The body is it does a strange thing where it has that almost cherry pie thickness at first, but then it does kind of leave your tongue and everything kind of dry afterwards. So I'm going to go with it's almost a medium body, but it does dry you.
What was the ABV again?
Oh, I never said the ABV. Thank you. 5.9%.
CJ, you help me, I help him.
I was embarrassed to ask.
Well, one of the things I do not like about because we just started getting the prairies in New Hampshire, their can-on date stuff is that weird code.
Yeah.
Where it's like 7 of 191, and you have to figure out like 191 days and it doesn't even tell you what year, and I don't know. So I don't know how old this is. All I know is it was on special.
All right. Well, that was very interesting. I've had some prairie beers. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not really much of a sour guy. All right.
I like sour.
That's good. I know a lot of people do. I know. I don't particularly, and that makes me an outcast.
No.
You're an acquired taste.
Yeah.
I've never acquired it. I don't hate it. You know what I mean? Like I could drink it and it doesn't. I'm not saying, oh, I can't believe it. I'm so offended. No,
No, you got a rainbow of stuff that you like. I mean, that just doesn't fall within the colors that you like, you know?
Right. I just say when I drink one, I say, well, I don't really like it too much. You know?
Yeah.
But now this tragedy that I'm drinking, if I was ever looking to drink a high gravity lager, and honestly, I'm never really looking to do that because they usually don't present a very good thing. Ales tend to deal with the alcohol better, I find, in the presentation, especially in the physical feeling of it. You could drink 11% alcohol like the Waldos, and you just feel like you didn't drink anything. You drink 11% lager, and you're saying, "What happened? Let me tell you something, bro." I don't need It's strange, you know. It just goes to the bloodstream different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'll let you know here in a minute how it goes to my bloodstream.
You're
Right.
But I
He'll be
think
picking up his guitar here shortly.
I think you coined the term or the phrase or the whatever you want to call it, alcohol delivery system. It had the cheap, high gravity macro stuff. It seems to have a different alcohol delivery system because it goes straight to the head, like you said.
It's insidious, and but even your quality ones like the Santa Claus Classic, the Santa Claus Schwarzbier, the Santa Claus Helles, 14%. I mean, that'll just bring you to your knees. You know, it's just too strong. And but it's so thick that one you might not get in trouble with because it's so thick bodied, you'd be kind of repelled by it. But these light bodied ones, no.
I could drink two 12% bourbon barrel aged imperial stouts and still feel relatively sober. I could drink one 10% earthquake high gravity and instantly be exuberant.
Yeah, that's another term I use. Huh?
Off with the pants.
Jake, where is the number in your D range that you're going
Okay,
to?
I'm about to wrap it up. He was making a sexual reference, and I don't really think that's applicable.
No.
I don't think. Wait a minute, let me finish.
All having a good time. It's okay.
I don't think that's applicable to this product because you would have no success with something like this.
It's got that limping effect.
Yeah, somebody would say, "What?" No, I mean that if you were trying to, I don't know, be like Hugh Hefner or something, the woman would say, "What is this trash?" You wouldn't drink it. Your success rate would be so poor.
Oh, it's horrible.
That it would be worse than the flavor, which is.
You never make it to the mansion then?
You would never. It's just a poor performer, terrible. But I was just trying to feed into that a little bit because I noticed I caught that. But if I was looking to drink a high gravity lager, and I wouldn't be for reasons, I would pick something like this over that, like this.
Yeah, there you
Old
go.
English, yeah.
And this is the 800 high gravity. This is the 8%. It's a 0.5% higher. This is so much better. It's a joke. And I don't even really think this is that great. But this thing here, I'll take one more sip, Michael. Then I'll give you a score. It is.
It's not knocking you over in terms of its quality that much. It's
knocks you over in other ways.
I would expect a quality level like this to come from a company like Minhas or Melanie Brewing, or even Rochester, because Rochester can put out some real treacherous badness. I know they got Genesee and all, but boy, go ahead and drink some dog bite. You'll see what I mean. Yeah,
right.
But this to come from the house of Heineken is.
They should be ashamed of that beer.
It really should be.
The brewer who did that be slapped, right?
It's terrible. I mean, how could they? And then you read all their literature on their website. I'm like, y'all sat there at Heineken, Mexico, in Mexico City headquarters, drinking this, sipping it, and saying, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be a huge hit." And I'm thinking, okay,
maybe they drink too
it's
much.
all who's tasting it and who's selling it.
oh man, I'm gonna score it. Oh.
Well, you also got to remember they have the accountants in there too.
I'm not trying to be dramatic or score comedy points. I mean, every expression I'm giving you is true blue. This is a mess. I'm going to say, Michael, it's a 61 out of 100. It's a D minus.
Ooh, that's
the lowest score I've seen, man.
That's the lowest score since I've been on here with you guys. So
61. Wow.
Wow. You didn't throw it
6.1 out of 10, 3.5 out of 5. It's just
wow.
My rating scale is a college rating scale.
Yeah.
Anything below 60 is an F. You can't drink it because that means it's over 40% bad. And how on earth could you ever drink something that's over 40% bad?
Yeah. So you won't be buying any more of this one?
Jeremy, I made the mistake.
Only if he wants to give it to his enemy. He has an enemy who he wants to try.
He'll add like a beechwood taste to it and send it to his enemy.
Jeremy, I bought two for like 2 for $5 or whatever. 2 for $5.50 is what it was. And I said, "Oh well, that's a deal." And then my friend David came over Sunday, and I said, "You want to try the titanium from?" He said, "Oh no, I'm not drinking that. I'll watch your review."
Here, try this great beer.
I said, "Yeah, but you might like it." He said, No, I'll watch your review. If you say it's bad, I know it's bad.
That's right.
Now, what did he think about it?
He didn't try it.
He wouldn't try it.
He wouldn't try it?
You need to send one to him and have him do a freaking review.
He won't do it. He said if I say it's bad, it's guaranteed to be bad because he knows I tend to be kind of an easy scorer, So he said, no way, man. Anyway,
What you need to do, Ron, is you need to take a label off of another beer and slap it on that one, and then
Right.
give it to him. Just trick him.
I don't know, man. He's real sensitive about flavors and everything. So he would just go crazy if he drank this, and I don't mean in a good way. And one more thing, he said the other day. He tells me, "Yeah, I might start a YouTube channel. I don't mean a video channel. I mean an account, so I can comment." I said that would be an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. He needs
So,
to.
what?
He needs to. He needs to get on here and get in the chat.
Yeah, he's on all my videos. He's on so many videos. He doesn't even have an account.
Wow.
Wow. That's pretty wild.
He just watches him, you know.
Yeah.
Well, now we're gonna go to Michael and.
I almost feel guilty because mine is really good.
You almost feel guilty? What do you mean you almost feel guilty?
No one.
I wouldn't buy anything from the House of Heineken, so that's where I'm different. But it doesn't make any difference. You know, Heineken itself, other than the fact that it can be skunky, is probably okay.
Yeah, and Michael, you probably like the Heineken Dark.
No, you're right. I do drink the Polish beer from Heineken, right? That porter is from the Heineken grouping, right?
Yes, and they do make some, and you probably would like the Heineken Dark beer, and
I've never had it.
Yeah, nobody can find it anymore. And there's one over there in the Netherlands, which none of us can get. It's like a 6%. It's called Tarvebach.
I've never even heard of it.
Yeah, you know, all their good stuff, you know, to make sure we can't get it. They give us this, you know. All right, so Michael, go.
I would say that this is a world-class New England style. I'm giving it a 96.
Wow.
Oh, right. It's great.
And as you see, I've finished about half of it.
That's amazing.
As it warms, it's still just as good as it was when I first poured it. It doesn't have. It's not, like I say, it's not bitter, and that's, I think, one of the things you do like about the New England style, that there's not that classic bitterness that there is in most of the West Coast, some of the East Coast IPAs. So it really goes down easy, and it was 6.8%, and it drinks more like a session.
That's good. Wow.
So I'd highly recommend it. I don't know where it's available. The brewery John can get. Maybe, John, you should look to see if you can find Offshoot. They have, I think.
You're in Brooklyn, so that's in San Diego, so it should be available along the way, you'd think.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that one here, but I haven't.
I'll definitely look out for it.
Yeah.
I love the brewery is one of my favorite. I mean, as far as sours are concerned and some of their barrel aged stuff, it's they make world class beers. So
it looks like this is going to be their they have those specialty beers in the brewery, and this is going to be their IPA division, where they're going to have all the different IPA beers, which this one's quality. So I really like it.
I bet I'd love that. Yeah, 96. Golly gee. All right. Well, let's see. So Jeremy, I'm so curious.
Yeah. It's warming up. It's still good. It's really good. Lacing's good on it. For 11.7%, you cannot tell. I mean, I'm talking about beyond well hidden. It's KBS well hidden, or maybe even better.
Your hair didn't move.
It didn't move at all. That's how I rate the the percentage. But anyway, I was, first off, I want to say I'm glad I'm not getting that not finding that Tecate titanium anywhere. I was kind of like mad that I haven't seen it before, but now after the Jay's review, I'm kind of glad I haven't found it yet. So but
if you're like me, if somebody says it's so horrendous, you'll try it. Then it'll make you want to try it even more,
Right.
Then you get online, you make a comment to Jay and say, "Yeah, you were right."
I'm surprised he didn't pour it out though. That's only the camo is the only one I've ever seen do that on. But
only way it gets poured out is it's an F.
Is it camo bad though?
F means it's undrinkable.
Okay.
Because believe me, if it's below a 60 and you drink it down, it's coming back.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
Yeah.
F means it's just liquid Drano.
When I drank the Four Loko Gold, when I drank that Four Loko Gold, I held it down.
There you go.
And I watched the Super Bowl, and I remember some of it. That was a bad day.
You
My whole
didn't,
body hurt.
you didn't wake up with your car washed, did you?
No, but my body hurt for 2 days. Like my bones hurt, and I thought this is so bad. Why would anybody drink something like this? This is so bad. And I had people telling me, "Man, I drink that stuff all the time. You're weak." I said, "Yeah, apparently so."
You got a bad taste.
Well, as far as the rating on this, guys, I'm giving this a 97. I'm
Wow.
telling you, it's
Wow,
really good.
I
Yeah.
would give a high score too. I love that.
He won up to you, Mike.
No, I'm not trying to one up him. It's just the way it rolls.
It's funny. In the one that I did on Monday with my regular group, that one came in third out of 12, and the only ones that beat it were Imperial Stouts with a lot of alcohol, and those have a vested advantage. They really do.
It's
Wow.
very good. If you can get your hands on this, I would highly recommend this one.
Oh, and I can get singles when it's available, which is not often. I can go to Rouse's and get singles at that for $1.79.
Wow. What
I'm
about the co-op? Michael's not answering. Co-op, Michael.
Yeah,
They have it sometimes, but it's not there now.
Oh,
They have other Lagunitas stuff there, but that one isn't there. I would buy one if I could get one.
yeah.
it's hit or
Yeah,
miss around here.
That's
Sometimes-
the Waldo kind of comes out during April, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of set to 420.
It just
Right,
might show up and it just might not. Now, y'all, before we go on with the scores, can I read these comments? Because people are making
Sure.
comments. I'm not reading them. Okay. We got a good amount of people. We got 24. We got 20 people watching.
20,000 people watching?
20 million.
20 million?
20 got 2010s watching. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna go fast. Jeremy Vincent says hi everyone. Cheers. Bucky Densa, what's up? I say my response is chilling, drinking a bud. Tommy Carroll says hi everybody. Hope you're doing well. And I said, hey everyone. Hey Bucky. Hey Tommy. And Drunken One says, few more minutes till it starts. Grrr. Jeremy Vincent says hi Tommy. And then Dylan Fish, he says, cheers to all. Happy Wednesday. Jeremy Vincent says, cheers, DIO and Dylan. And Dylan says, Pennsylvania. Yeah. Tommy Carroll says, hello, Jeremy. Hope you're well. G and JK says, good afternoon, guys. Good evening to you. It's evening here. And Jeremy says, doing great, Tommy. Same to you. Bart says, hey, guys, relaxing with a Pabst Extra. Boy, you lucky because I wish you were drinking this and I was drinking the this beer is so incredibly unreasonable that it almost starting to have some like sour beer taste, like a tart. It's like, are they trying to play some elaborate joke? Okay.
Well, now it sounds better.
Yeah, I like sour.
Well, come on down here and we'll hang out and watch old reruns of Maud and drink Tecate. Bart Robinson said, hey guys, relax to a Pabst Extra and after some nasty storm through South Jersey, cheers. Flacco says, laugh out loud. Craft Beer Pour says, cheers, beer drinkers. Clinking the mugs. Jeremy says, cool, Bart, drink up. Jeremy said, cheers, Flacco and Brandon. Ronnie S says, what's up, Bumpy? Drinking? Not Bumpy.
What is Bumpy?
And then, Flacco
What's
says,
up?
cheers,
What's up?
Jeremy. And Jeremy says, Prairie Beer. And then Victor Wang says, cheers, fine lads. And then Jeremy Vincent says, cheers, Victor. And Victor Wang says, it's got to be bad coming from Ron, laugh out loud. Right. Johnny Neely says, it's pretty rough stuff, Victor. Johnny Neely choked it down in his video. I watched it.
Did you drink it all?
I think I drank the whole can, but yeah, I gave it a D. I think I gave it a 68. I was a little kinder than Ron, but it was still terrible.
No, wait, I gave it a 61. What do you think?
No, I'm saying I
He's
thought it
getting
was.
a higher score. He gave
We both thought it was a D beer, not a complete failure, but pretty dang close.
Oh, yeah, higher than me. Yeah, higher.
a D plus.
I gave it a
I
higher
wanted to
D.
join Ron.
Ooh.
I wanted
You
to
gave it
join
a
Ron
D
and have a crappy beer, so I poured this one.
I don't like that one either.
What is that?
Sam
No,
Adams
no.
Summer Ale.
I got a video. My video, I gave this thing. I think I gave it like a C+ or something.
Ooh,
Yeah,
What is it?
it's like
that's summer ale by
the Sam Adams Summer Ale.
Oh no, that would make this beer that I'm drinking tonight would make Samuel Adams Summer Ale look like the Crown Jewel.
maybe it.
Like Utopias.
Yeah, he's talking.
I'm bleeding. You drink this, that'd be like the Star of India. All right, compared to Walmart jewelry. Victor Wang says Spotted Cow is good from New Glarus. Yes, I you know what, Victor? I didn't really love that beer, but someone sent it to me. They sent me a whole big box of New Glarus beers. Okay, Jeremy said no, sir, I haven't. Victor Wang said I recommend it. Jeremy Vincent says hope I can find it. It's really good, Jerry. If you can get your mitts on it, that thanks we'll look for. You will enjoy it. I'm smelling some banana nose. So we're that's Rodney.
Ronnie's always gets.
I like the New Glarus Spotted Cow, but honestly, I prefer the Genesee Cream Ale over it, and that'll get me some enemies. Okay, Ralph Murphy says, hey, Ron, is Pabst Extra malt liquor? Well, that term has been put to rest. Malt liquor has been phased out. We now call it strong beer. Okay, so yes, Pabst Extra is a strong beer. Because apparently now you can sell a 6.5% alcohol lager and call it a beer, because that's what they did. And the word malt liquor was nowhere to be found. Jean-Pierre says, he says, Jean-Pierre in his review said he would not classify it as a malt liquor even though it is sweet. Right, Jean-Pierre is on board with me. Malt liquor is an archaic term. That's a term that hasn't been used since at least late March of 2019. We haven't used that term malt liquor for over a month and a half.
Yep. I'd classify it now as a corn liquor.
Malt liquor is so yesterday. It's a strong adjunct. It's a strong adjunct Helles Bach lager beer. Okay, Jeremy Vincent says, don't say that too loud, Ronnie. Brewski might be listening and get offended. Well, I'm not going to delve too far into all that oblique humor. Now, to get back on track, we go to the homebrew headquarters of North America.
Check this out. Look at the head on that.
That's good lacing
Look at the
too.
lacing. Even better. There you go. Check that out.
Carbonation.
All of this while we're waiting. This
Wow.
thing's got great malt forwardness to it.
Yeah, that's good.
The
Dude.
carapils in here, I always add carapils, which is maltodextrin. And the maltodextrin helps with the head retention. And it being kind of a one-off shoot, it's not going to be an A+. I'm going to give it an A because my original is got the hop forwardness to it. This one I made a little lighter. So this is probably going to be 1 to 100. This thing's going to be probably a 92. It is really good. It's really good. It's drinkable. It goes down well. But the original pale crystal in Vienna, that's my go-to. So yeah,
I'd love to try it. I know some guys, I don't see them anymore, but I know some guys that do homebrewing in Metairie, Louisiana. And I tried their homebrews, the only homebrews I ever tried, and they were wonderful.
Yeah.
and it's fresh. They're always fresh.
Brian, I have a question. If you have a home brew that has that diacetylol taste, what did the brewer do wrong?
They fermented at too high of a temperature.
Okay, because is that a common thing amongst? Because
Yeah, because a lot of people don't have like here in Colorado. Sure, we're high at 5280. My basement, the concrete on my floor, is a constant 65 degrees in the wintertime, and in the wintertime it's 68. So I can put fermenters right on the ground in the basement, and they're at those temperatures, and it helps when the fermentation starts going. They tend to heat up, so they'll go up like from 65 to like 72, and then as the fermentation goes down, it'll the temperature goes down too because the yeast are not as active. And then you let them clear out a bit. Then I take it, and at the top of my landing up here around the corner, I put the buckets where it's about 73 degrees. And at that point, the yeast get a chance to really clean themselves up. No diacetyl flavoring, any of that in there. So it's a process. It's a step.
Okay, because one person who
as-
gave it to me had it, and it made the beer not good.
Yeah, they
as
get
Brian
some
mentioned,
really funky flavors. Yeah, go ahead.
it's letting the yeast kind of finish up, because it's not like you can just be like, oh, it's done with a high Kraus and it's done. You have to let the yeast continue to finish, because yeast will make off flavors, and every single yeast will make the diacetyl. But what they'll do is they'll go back through and clean up all their stuff.
Right.
Most of the beers, like if you do like a lager style, it's going to have more apt to have the diacetyl if you don't give it a long enough rest.
Well, a lot of people too, Bumpy and Mike, when you're done with the fermentation, I make enough beer. I make 10-gallon batches. So the first 5 gallons after, I'll usually let the beer sit in the fermenter for 2 weeks. So it clears up enough where I can rack it off, put 5 gallons of it in a keg. Then I'll take the other 5 gallons, I'll rack that into a secondary and just let that sit. Just let it sit for months at a time. When I come back to it, the flavors coming from the beer are much more rich. You got everything that's just melding compared to the first keg that I'm drinking. You know what I mean? So the longer you let it set, the more the melding happens. It's like letting your Dairy Queen, what do they call it? Friggin' peanut parfait. Let it melt a little bit. You get a little bit of that caramel in there. You get the chocolate in there. Everything starts to come together. And when you take a full scoop of your spoon and you eat it, it's all together. It complements itself.
I like if you right. You cook red beans rice and you let the red beans set in the fridge for 2 days. When you heat them up again on the stove, it'd be a lot better, because all the herbs and spices meld
right.
beans and the ham and our ham hocks and all that.
That's like spaghetti. You make spaghetti, you have the pasta and you have the sauce that night.
Yeah.
Usually what happens, you put it all together, put it in the fridge and let it set for a day or two in the fridge.
Way better.
When you heat that baby back up, you get much more robust flavors, I think, from the spices and the sauce. So
now John and Illy's going to score his beer.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, man. I've been really thirsty. I've been trying to save this last little bit. It's going down.
I know it's taking too long. I see why I was trying.
No. Anyway, let me get this last sip down real quick.
Okay.
All right. Do we need to do a drum roll?
right.
All right. So I'm going to give this one a 93 out of 100. It's getting up there towards a pretty solid A. It's not world class, but then again, it's not super complex. It's just kind of a really enjoyable beer. It is an A. It's a good introductory beer into sours, I think. It's got now, if you don't like tea, then you probably wouldn't like this beer. It's kind of like a lemon tea sour bear. So I think anybody that likes tea and that likes a little bit of tartness, a little bit of kick to their beers, they would really like this. And it's a great alternative, like I said earlier, to the mass-produced lagers that everybody buys. This will be a great sessionable alternative to a Coors Banquet or something like that.
Ooh.
Really, really enjoyable stuff. And I've been really impressed with the Three Taverns beers that I've had. Another great local craft brewery here in the state of Georgia. So.
Excellent.
Good.
So now going to Hampshire, England, or the newer part of Hampshire, England.
All right, so the beer I'm drinking right now is crap. I'm not really enjoying it, but the one that I did the Wild Wednesday on, the Prairie Artisanal Vape Tricks Sour Over Cherries. I had this. I did a video on it. I just did it tonight. And the video, when I did it, scored less than what I what I'm going to give it for a score now. And the reason being is earlier when I had it, I was picking up on metallic flavors, and I don't know exactly what that could have been from. It could have been the time of day. It could have been other beers that I had earlier. Who knows? I don't know. But overall, I'm going to give this a 41 out of 50, which is going to put this at an A minus. So if we're going to go on that 100 scale thing, I think I'm going to put this at like a 90 out of 100.
Yeah, because that would be an 82 out of 100, 41 out of 50. You know?
Yeah, don't screw with Jay. He knows his numbers.
Yeah, because I made it.
Be an 82.
Jesse, do they have all the Prairie beers there, or just a few in New Hampshire? Because we just started.
I only see 4. I'm waiting on the bomb because I've heard so many good things about the bomb.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen the bomb yet.
Because I like what we have some in the co-op.
Yeah. Prairie Standard was appealing. So you're saying an A minus. Well, in my with John Neely, the way John Neely and I operate on that thing, A minus would be like 90, 91, 92. That's us.
Yeah, I don't really understand the scales, like some of the 5-point scales. The like the one Bumpy does is a fit. Like what BJCP guidelines, right?
Yeah, but it's mostly used for like judging homebrew competitions.
Right.
So it becomes difficult to actually put it towards made brews.
The only thing I don't like about that is it's out of 50. So if you take the number that you get and you multiply it by 2, it doesn't always add up to the 8 to the scale, like Jay was saying.
The thing is it kind of goes by. There's only three basic scores that you can give it. It's either going to be excellent, it's going to be very good, or it's going to be good. Or anything below that is just
it's like not even worth rating.
Right. So it's basically like an ABCF scale. There's no like in between anything.
I kind of use that ideology in my beer reviewing in a way, because you see my beer reviews, I say stuff like, oh, well, like if you watch most of my beer reviews, I'm saying, oh, it's an A minus, you know, it's at the lower end of excellent, or it's an A, or it's an A plus, or it's world class. Those are those top score. World class means it's above 100, which you only run across those about once every 5 years or whatever. All right. Then, if I'm paying a lot of money for a beer, and you know craft beer can be dang expensive, right? I mean, really expensive. You know what I mean? If I'm paying, let's say, $3.20 for a craft beer 12-ounce bottle, and it scores an 88, I'm pretty dang angry. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like going along with what Bumpy Road is saying. If this is what I'm getting for $3.20 and this scoring a B plus, we got a problem, kids, because I can go to Food for Less and get a B plus beer for $3.99 plus tax for a pint, a 6-pack of plain cans. That's not hard to do. It's not hard to find a B plus beer.
Right.
In my worldview.
Yeah. If you're gonna, I don't mind spending extra money on some really good craft beer, but by golly, it better be worth it. If you're gonna spend, like you said, if you're gonna spend even more, you know, I've spent $20 on a bottle of beer, bourbon barrel aged beer before, but it was world class stuff, and I expected it to be that. Now, if I had spent that kind of money on a beer and it was anything less than like a 98 out of 100. I'd be pretty ticked off.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too.
Well, here's something.
That's a lot of money. That's an investment.
This makes Ron smile. I'm going to let him read this because I cannot. You said you've had this beer?
Kostritzer Schwarz beer.
You've had that one, Ron?
Yes, I've had it from draft, can, and bottle. It's about 4.0. I think it's 4.0% black lager from Germany.
4.8%. 4.8.
Okay, it depends on how it's presented. I think the draft might be lower, but boy, that's a dynamite product.
Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to say about this one, a 4-pack of the in the 16-ounce cans or 500 milliliters because it's all done in Germanic, but it's So this 4-pack cost me $6.39.
All right.
$6.39.
Yeah.
Most craft beers you're looking at are going to cost you like $14,
Yeah.
$20 for a 4-pack. And this beer, I did a video on it today. I haven't posted it yet. Haven't even edited it. But this beer for $6.39, I give it a 47 out of 47 out of 50. This isn't. I gave it a straight A, but it's like an 8 to an A plus. Fantastic beer.
This
I'm
is what
gonna see if I can find it.
Never tried that.
Oh, I went to Deutsches Haus, to Volksfest and Oktoberfest, and they always have Kostritzer Schwarz beer on draft. Believe me, you're having some bratwurst, sauerkraut, black bread, German potato salad, and that beer night in those huge steins that they have, those mugs. Oh yeah, that's a dynamite product. And I'm not trying to make controversy tonight. I didn't say, oh, let me get on here. I'm gonna make controversy.
No, but yeah, it was just going along with like the rating system and stuff like that,
If
and
you're paying
prices
a lot,
and stuff too. So.
if you're paying for gold, you don't want to get bronze.
Yeah, I paid for copper, and got something that was fantastic.
That's right. There you go.
Hi, Alex.
What's up?
Hey, Alex. Hey, Alex.
Alex.
I just want to let you know, Alex, today I had a Burger King Junior Whopper and some onion rings, value size. I just thought I'd mention that.
I love Burger King. I like Burger King, so don't worry. I get 2 Whoppers all the time.
We were pleased because we paid exactly $2.19 per meal.
Right.
Hey, but now a viewer might say, well, let me tell you something, jerk. Do you think that was world class? Well, no, but then no one buys that thinking it's that kind of product. And secondly, I paid $2.20 for the entire meal after tax. We do have to look at things in perspective. There has to be some kind of like coherent reference points. And the whole rant and rave was about paying top dollar prices and getting a kind of marginal return. And I don't like it. I did a video I posted a video this morning. I was highly irritated. That thing I drank was no better than this. Joe,
Yep. I posted one of the links that we all go through for the Google Hangouts. A short tidbit. It's a video that's not going to air. But yeah, I paid $17 for a 12-pack from a craft brewery. Every single beer in there was horrible. And when I got to the third one, I was finally like, you know what? I'm never buying anything from them again. I use the F-bomb. I swore.
Now that wasn't the IPA one that we were talking about, Bumpy, was it?
Yeah, that was the IPA, the cat urine IPA.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. All right.
I mean, I wouldn't have been that angry about it, but it was like the other 2 beers that were within the mix pack were also bad. I paid $17. Where I could have gone out and just bought like
Crack.
I don't know, a Magic Hat and been happier, and it would have spent less.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's look at these comments, and we're going to wrap this up because I'm missing the Cubs game. That's a true story.
They're not from Louisiana.
Yeah.
I know, but when we got cable TV in 1981, they had the White Sox and the Cubs on WGN, so I started watching them.
Cool. Rockies are playing right now.
I went to their stadium in 2006, and I went to a game there. It was nice.
And I'm missing the Braves game.
Yeah, I'm missing the Braves game too.
No, you're not. We're on Jay's channel, man. We're having a good time. Drink your beer, and shut the fuck up. Drink your beer and shut up.
Why,
Brian.
on my channel? Why is he doing this on my channel? Why is he doing this?
That's right. Why are you guys dissing Jay?
Watch the language on the channel because we're trying to keep the channel on the channel. All right. Don't
Yeah,
be mad.
Cubs.
We're all adults here.
He
Kind
did
of.
drink a huge glass of beer. If the Braves had some good relief pitching, we might have something good to talk about. All right, let's see.
Wow.
I mean,
Ooh,
Yeah,
wow.
you're right.
That
It's
hurt.
true.
I think it's time to bring Maddox back.
Yes, Greg Maddox. Ooh.
he wasn't a reliever. All right,
Smoke.
Ronnie says, Ronnie, me and you think alike, he says the 40 out of 50 will equal an 80 out of 100. That's right.
But
Wayne said, I've had it. It has a smoky aspect to it. And then they're talking about Kostritzer, and I'll have to try it out. It has burnt maltiness. I'd love to try that one, guy, says John Neely. Oh, it's a jewel, Johnny. But we don't get really German beers around here anymore because German beers have been chased off the shelf. You can find German beers in Louisiana, but they're all out of date.
All
Yeah,
of the beers
that,
like
yeah.
that, like all the German beers and some of the Polish stuff and all these beers that I used to get, I'm finding that I'm getting less and less of because of where I live. I'm so close to all these local craft breweries that they just don't keep any of that stuff in stock. It's all local Georgia craft beer for the most part.
Same thing here. We talked about that. If you come to Louisiana, you're going to say, you say, look at all these craft beers. I never even heard of these brands.
Really.
And I say,
That's
well,
sad.
it's Louisiana beers, some of which are good. But if you go to Georgia, everything is like brick. What is it? Brick something brewery.
Brick and mortar.
Oh, Red Brick. Yeah. I mean, like just different local craft beers here. Yeah.
Same
So
old
you
thing.
guys don't have
local Georgia craft
Jay,
beer.
you guys don't have like a huge like liquor store where they're like a point of sales for a lot of these distributions that you can actually order through, probably. Do you have anything like that?
No, not really.
what about, Jay, do you have those stores? What do they call, John? They also sell wine and
Total
beer
Wine?
as well.
You mean like
wine? You
package
don't have
store
any
like we
Total
have here?
Wines in Louisiana?
Oh, Total Wine and more.
Total Wine.
We don't have it.
No, there's nothing like that here because, see, the problem here is that everybody can sell liquor. So if you go to any gas station or if you go to Walmart
Right.
or Winn-Dixie or any grocery store, they all sell beer, wine, and liquor. So if you have a store that's dedicated to just liquor, it's going to struggle because they have to charge more because they're not selling, everything that Walmart sells. So it's a struggle. So we don't really have those kind of places here. No.
I buy most of my beer at the food co-op, but we do have a lot of places in New York to buy.
Right, but Michael, I mean, New York is pretty strict. Like you don't have liquor at a gas station.
No, that's true. You have to buy liquor in a liquor store.
Right.
And
Here,
even the higher alcohol wines you have to buy in the liquor store.
Yeah,
You get the
same way.
lower alcohol wines in in supermarkets, but it's the same as session beer kind of thing. But,
yeah, so
liquor store.
the whole concept is kind of like not applicable here. So people ask me that all the time, and I'll say, no, it doesn't really apply. You just have to go place to place and see what they've got. I mean, I can go to this Walmart right here. I can go to this Walmart right here, and their beer selection is, poor, but their liquor selection, whiskey, gin, rum, is really pretty impressive, and it's cheap, and I mean really cheap. So it's a different world. John Neely, he might come out here this summer. He'll see,
Well, we had it where they only sold beer and stuff in 6.0 or above in the liquor stores, and you could only sell 3.2 beer.
Yeah.
Like in 7-Eleven, Circle K, stuff like that. Now they passed the law. Now you can get craft beer at like King Supers, those types of places.
Yeah.
But you can't get liquor there. You have to actually go to a liquor store to get spirits.
Yeah, see, so we don't. And if you go to Maryland, you can't buy any alcohol unless you go to a liquor store.
I think it's like that in Delaware too.
I went
Well, it used to be that way here, yeah.
Nothing at all. Wow.
They had the blue laws here too, where they weren't selling alcohol at all on Sundays.
We have
Yeah,
some.
so now they passed that a few years back. Now the blue laws are gone.
That was when I was growing up in Alabama, it was like that for years, where you couldn't buy any alcohol on Sunday, and then they finally passed a law to where you could buy it, but you couldn't buy it until after afternoon. And anyway, most states
we still have some of those laws here in the non-Catholic areas. Yeah,
right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Your parishes and everything.
Something I want to clear up because I'm confused about.
Parishes, right? John Neal, you're right. John. What?
Ron, I've been calling you Ron, but I've heard other people call you Jay. What do I call you?
Well,
whatever.
Don't call him his own freaking hangout.
Jay is my middle initial, so a lot of people call me by my middle initial. They'll say Jay, you know.
Okay.
It's a mood thing with me. It depends on how I feel. I call him I call him Ron sometimes. I call him Jay sometimes.
Yeah.
I like to mix it up, keep it fresh, you know.
I'm trying to be part of the in crowd.
Right. I'm such a kind of an outlier that there's no way you could be like in the in crowd with me. You could be in the crowd, outliers. Now, like David called me today before we came on. He says, Jay, guess what I bought? I said, Pabst Extra. No. He says, no. Guess what I bought? And then he gave some descriptions. I said, you bought Killian's Irish Red? Yeah. And then he goes in this long, drawn out, like rant and rave about George Killian's Irish Red. I was like, man, I wish I had this recorded. You know, I put it on my phone. But anyway, oh man, well, we did a hangout tonight, y'all, and we said all kind of stuff, most of which was appropriate.
Everything except the Cubs was appropriate.
What? I couldn't hear what you said. I wasn't.
You said everything but the Cubs.
I said everything except for the Cubs was appropriate. I was just joking. I know this is on your channel and you're a Cubs fan.
Hey, John, I checked that.
Oh, I'm getting angry about that.
Hey, John, I checked that pizza review, and it's 414 reviews, I think, or something like that.
Wow, your pizza review is taking off, John. Your pizza review.
I think it is.
I don't know if it has that. Well, either way. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Alex. I did it for you.
Alex only watched it 200 times.
Actually, maybe it's 114 reviews. That's
114.
Yeah.
Big difference.
If you want to have a low level attention application channel, do beer, wine, and liquor like I do, and you'll just be out there in the nether world. You know, you have your viewers, but you won't be anything important. If you want to make it big time, if you want to get to the big time, if you want to go to the top,
sell out.
Do video games.
Do like Jerry Fort, the beer review guy, and review Banquet, frozen meals.
Literally everything. Jerry Fort, the beer review guy, reviews everything, including hand and foot cream, apparently.
Right. If you get on the internet and you review hot pies, your Banquet hot pie review will get more views than every beer review you ever did combined. Okay.
Yeah. You're right about that.
I hate my channel as it is, so I don't want to.
I'd rather keep the 600 subscribers that I have now and enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I understand that. I said if you wanted to hit the big time, I said Jerry's going over. Jerry's going. You know, he's going up, up, up.
Right.
And I'm not saying that as like a wry joke or making fun of him. I would do it, but I just don't. You know, but he does it, and I said, you know, he's serious about it. He's not making it like some kind of like it's like a farce. he's serious. He's like, okay, here's banquet pot pie beef. Here's what I think about it. And I mean, oh man,
but he's all monetized, so he's making a freaking living off of it.
No, Jerry Ford is not monetized.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I like
I'm not
Jerry
even
Ford is
subscribed.
actually
Well, doing
I like Jerry
if
Ford a
you
lot.
if you
Yeah.
review almost everything that you use or consume in life, that's almost like vlogging, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it, but I know this much. I like Jerry Fort, and I get along with him, and he does very good, and he's always fair. And if he says something is bad, believe me, it's bad. He doesn't have any kind of like hidden agenda. Like John Neal jump in his defense, and I'm seconding that.
I knocked
Jerry
myself off. I'm back.
You're back.
And I was like, "Where'd Mike go?"
Yeah, he knocked himself off.
First, I tried to mute it, and I hit the wrong button.
Well,
Now,
I'm used to having people leave after I say something.
yeah. No, I was thinking about Jerry Fort the other day. I said, you know what? I love his channel so much. I said, but Jerry Fort, he doesn't really do hangout videos. You know, he did a few. He didn't really like it too much. I got the impression he wasn't really into it. But he's just good. You know, John Neely's right. He's just like good to watch. You know, he's like Jean-Pierre. You just don't get tired.
Yeah. I've always enjoyed. Yeah, somebody got a vacuum cleaner or a fax machine going on in the background?
What's up, Mike?
It's finally me. I'll mute myself again.
Well, you know, John and Neely, sometimes people vacuum while they do videos. You know how that goes.
How dare?
He just knocked himself out.
Michael just dropped again.
Michael, dang it.
Come on, Michael.
The mute button, Mike. The mute button is the thing with the
You
microphone.
know what the problem is? I'm looking for the
It's not
mute
the
button. And I
telephone.
keep knocking myself off.
While it's true that not everybody vacuums their house while they do beer hangouts, some people do. Now,
It's not frowned upon.
I think John Neely and I are like having a meeting of the minds. We both agree that we are Jerry Fort beer review fans.
Yeah. I like all you guys, but let's see. Jeremy and Michael still have to come up with channels, I guess, but all the other channels, y'all all do a good job with your channel. Except Bumpy. I don't like Bumpy.
Alex is the one.
How many people?
I'm just kidding.
And then my friend David might even make a YouTube account one day.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
It's
I've
funny.
learned something from you guys. I'm not doing a beer review channel.
I'm gonna go have some dinner and I'll be back on.
All right, Al.
You guys.
Hey, Al, thanks for joining us. We have such a big panel, so things are kind of like hectic.
I understand, buddy.
And I'm going to be back on tomorrow morning, folks, for
All
good or evil. But I'm thinking for good because guess what? I've got Bellows Club Whiskey. Oh, not the Club Whiskey. That's bad. That makes the Tecate almost.
I'll talk to you guys a little bit.
Take care, Alex.
Bye, Alex.
Cheers, Alex.
I'll see you.
Tell us
No,
what
this is
you know.
this is the Bellows Whiskey, the blended American. Is it a good whiskey? Think about that. You get a whole liter for $8.99. You can decide. But compared to the Tecate Titanium, it's yeah. So that'll be tomorrow morning at really early, and then I've got so many videos recorded. I'm gonna post it. The backlog is incredible. I did Johnny Neely Monday night. I drank Taka. I know you were thinking about joining me, but I know you got so busy.
But I know where I can get the tacos, so the next couple weeks should settle down a little bit. It's just been crazy last few weeks, so.
Is Stout Sunday back on this Sunday?
Yeah, I am doing Stout Sunday. I'm working all day Saturday, but I'm gonna get a stout before the weekend. So even if I'm really late Saturday getting home, I will be ready to
You
go
better
Sunday.
be doing that Stout Sunday. It's the only one I can join.
I have to join because Bumpy is going to join for the first time ever, and
Well, I will be there.
I'm gonna
I'll
be
be
there.
there too.
Midnight Orange there.
Well, if I can't join Stout Sunday, it's not because I don't want to join. It's because I got other things going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh yeah, we all have lives other than beer.
And then Monday night, I'll be on with the Beer Patrol with these two.
Oh, ooh, Chimay. All right.
Wow.
Good Belgian stuff.
Chimay Grand Reserve and the red ale. Oh,
The
yeah.
Premier.
She make you feel good.
I'll be getting all fancy, getting invites to all these other channels, the Beer
Exactly.
Patrol.
Yeah.
You can't drive up and have your car done valet style.
John, you can make the rounds of all the different beer groups.
There you go.
Yeah, my only advice is don't drink both bottles on that hangout.
Right.
Well, it's a cork cap on both of them.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I could finish them all in the one hangout, but probably afterwards.
Chug, 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 chug.
I couldn't handle that. I'd be sick.
Oh, me too.
Brian, have you done anything with Belgian ale yeast in any of the things you've done?
Oh yeah, I've made some Belgians, and I've really pissed my wife off because when those things ferment, oh my god, it stinks up the freaking basement. Oh my god, it's like, what are you doing down there? Are you shitting in the basement?
Brian,
Sorry,
just,
Jay.
you got to invest. Start looking for like people like with fridges on the side of the road. Get yourself a fermenting vessel
Right. There you go.
because it holds in all the bad aromas.
Pump it